Okay, on to the next track in Tom's mixtape series, man. This over here is Ed Sheeran, Make It Rain. Obviously, we have reacted to Ed Sheeran a couple of times. Very, very, very talented artist. I've been to one of his concerts. I was actually dragged there. I didn't want to go to Ed Sheeran's concert. I feel he's a very mainstream artist. And he's cool, right? He's like playlist music, easy listening and stuff like that. He does make some insane music, but it's nothing that I'm like very attached to, put it that way. You know, I mean, it's not my go-to artist on any playlist at all. But he does make great music, man, and some of his songs have really impressed me. But this one over here, Make It Rain, I've never heard of this track, so this is brand new to the channel. Let's rock and roll. Let's see what we've got. And for those of you who are interested in the custom series product, I'm leaving the link down in the pinned comment, as you know already. Let's rock and roll. Let's see what we've got. Comes down to guitar, I could listen to this type of melody all day.
When the sins of my father way down in my soul, and the pain of my mother will not let me go.
Whoa, okay, this is fire straight off the bat. I'm loving the instrumentation over here, and production-wise, this is how vocals should be. Vocals above the instrumentation, where you're still hearing those instrumentation well, but then you've got that slight little atmosphere to it, and the vocals are prominent. I can hear you properly, right? Fire, oh my God, it's like the sins of my father are like, that's what weighs on me, and the pain of my mother is like kind of what's burning my soul. I mean, I'm paraphrasing over here. He obviously said it differently, but you get that. So I think this is kind of like a like a song where he's going back in time, and he's maybe talking about possibly an abusive home. It says the sins of my father and the pain of my mother. I can only imagine that it was a very unsettled household, put it that way. I'm not so sure if it was abusive or whatever else, but the sound over here, oh my God, this is loungy. I like this. You see, I like the more unconventional stuff. I'm not a big fan of the mainstream stuff, like the mainstream Ed Sheeran stuff. I'm not a big fan of that stuff, just because it just sounds mainstream to me. This here, for me, this is down my alley.
Of my mother will not let me go. Well, I know they can't come far from the sky to refine the purest of kings. And even though I know this fire brings me pain, even so, and just the same,
fire,
make it rain. Make it rain down, Lord. Make it rain. Oh, make it rain.
Ooh. Make it rain. Right. Oh my God, this sounds so good though. It sounds so good. Good Lord. I think this one's going to end up being my favorite so far. But this over here has absolved me of this pain. Make it rain. Let it cleanse. Let it cleanse all. It just feels. It feels too dirty. It feels too smoggy. It feels too just grey, right? make it rain so it can just cleanse me. It can cleanse me of all of this, right? And it's kind of like him sort of like letting him out. It's kind of his own little therapeutic moment where he's like, just make it rain. And by him actually creating the song and singing this is actually quite funny, because it actually is his way of making it rain. It's his way of cleansing the past. It's his way of dealing and bringing some level of finality and closure to what he has held on to from his childhood. Fire, man. Fire, fire, fire. This sounds so good. So rich as well.
Oh, make it rain. Make it rain. Ooh. Make it rain down, Lord. Make it rain. Make it rain. Oh, seed needs the water, for it grows out of
It
the...
almost sounds like a church hymn, but like very subtly. You know what I mean? So it almost sounds like he's praying to the Lord, as if he's actually standing in a church or in a cathedral and literally asking the Lord, just make it rain and just let it cleanse my pain. And then you've got that slight like humming choir sound in the background. Fire, bro.
For it grows out of the ground, but it just keeps on getting hard. Hunger more profound. Well, I know there can come tears from the eye, but they may as well all be in vain.
Ooh, I thought he was going to say something different, but okay.
And even though I know these tears come with pain, even so, and just the same, make it rain. Make it rain.
This track is fire. You have just earned a fucking spot on my playlist, Mr. Ed Sheeran. You have not been on my playlist ever, but you have just earned a spot on my playlist. This track I will put on my playlist immediately. I love this vibe. Oh God, I love this vibe.
Make it rain. Make it rain down, Lord. Make it rain. Oh, make it rain. Make it rain. Make it rain down, Lord. Just make it rain. Make it rain. The seas are full of water. Stops by the shore. Just like the riches of grandeur. Oh no, no, never reach the pole.
That's actually an interesting line over there. Like the seas are full of water that come through to the shores, like the seas of grandeur, but never make it to the core. That's crazy. That's crazy. So it almost feels like what he's saying is that his emotions feel like they're the ocean. It almost feels like there's so much, there's the weight of it, right? And even though the weight of his emotions, there is relief every now and again. You have the waves that are crashing and whatever else, but he still feels that weight. You know, he feels the depth of that pain, right? So regardless of the relief of you know, the waves coming to the shore where it's less shallow and there's less pressure at the end of the day, but it still doesn't take away the actual sort of pain at its core, essentially. Wait, let me just listen to that again.
Just like the riches of grandeur.
The riches of grandeur, yeah.
Oh, no, no. Never reach the pole.
It's like the riches of grandeur that never reach the core, essentially. So he never feels like he's benefited from any of it. Do you know what I mean? Yes, I've got all this riches, but it doesn't ever reach the core. It doesn't reach the core of me. Yes, I'm successful. Yes, I've got money. Yes, I've got a vast amount of wealth, which is actually playing to the vastness of the ocean, playing that back into that. So, you know, I've got everything I need, right? So I've got it in abundance, right? But still, it doesn't actually ever reach the core. It doesn't reach the core of me. That's not the thing that can actually heal me. The thing that can actually heal me is actually much deeper, right? That actually makes more sense. Let's go.
Never reach the pole. And let the clouds fill with thunderous applause. And let lightning be the veins. Fill the sky with all that they can draw. When it's time to make a change, make it rain down, Lord. Make it rain, make it rain, make it rain.
I like the way he actually equated the actual sky and the thunder to like the thunderous applause. I don't know if you actually picked that up. Thunderous applause would be like actually when he is in concerts, he actually feels that energy. He feels the thunderous applause, you know, at the end of the day. So it feels like there's this energy. It's supposed to make him feel better, but none of that, the vastness of that, the absolute beauty of that, none of it reaches the core where his real pain is, right? It's literally kind of like just a band-aid for his actual pain. But the way he sort of like juxtaposed the crowd and the thunder and all of that kind of thing. So it's like it's this energy, right? So it's like it is powerful to a certain degree, like the thunder and things like that, just like the crowds are, right? But what he actually needs is for it to rain and to cleanse him of all of that, right? So fire. And it's almost like he's almost saying like the fact that he is this famous, the fact that he has to put on a certain persona, the fact that he has to be a certain way with his fans in these crowds, right, is part and parcel of why he has that emptiness, because he feels like this is the only place that I can find some level of solace. But when the lights go off, right, it doesn't heal anything, right? It's only momentary at the end of the day, just like a storm, just like the thunder. It comes, it goes. At the end of the day, what he actually needs is a downpour of rain to cleanse his soul. I like that.
Make it rain down, Lord. Make it rain. Oh, make it rain. Make it rain. Make it rain.
Amazing.
Make it rain. Oh, make it rain. Make it rain. Make it rain down, Lord. Make it rain. Oh, make it rain.
I like this.
Make it rain.
I'm impressed.
Make it rain. 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 it rain.
Yep. I like that. That's probably the best Ed Sheeran song I have heard, and I know he has made many good songs, right? But they all have been very commercial for me, very mainstreamy for me, and it's fine. I mean, you can put them on just like you can throw them onto a playlist and whatever else. But they've never been like really deep for me. And this over here, yeah, this is unconventional. This is fire. This will go on my playlist. I love you all. Please stay safe. Please stay healthy. I'll catch you on the very next one. Peace.